Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to test your processor on Logisim. It's pretty simple. So the first thing that you want to do is go to Venus and dump all your instructions in this part that it says editor. I provided already the link. This Venus I prefer a little better to the one that we're using in class. It's a little bit faster and a little bit easier to use. And we're gonna go to simulator. There's gonna be a part that is gonna say assemble from editor, and then we're just gonna click here, reassemble from editor. Then we're gonna click dump. Pretty much this is gonna give us the instructions that we are required to use in the in hex. We're just gonna copy them. We're gonna go to VS Code and we're gonna create a new file. This new file has to have the extension .hex to work. So we're gonna paste our instructions. We're gonna press Ctrl F, type 0x, click this arrow and click replace all, so we can just remove these 0x at the beginning that are not gonna help, that are gonna cause problems in our program if we keep them. So because it's not working for me right now for some reason, I'm just gonna remove them manually. You save your program, remember to save it as a .hex. After that, so we're gonna go to Logisim. Side of Logisim, what we're gonna be doing. So first of all, you need to click here so you can pause the simulation. You need to go here to simulate and click reset simulation, or Control R, Command R if you're in Mac. Then you're gonna right click into, now in this case you may see only the processor. You can use this little hand and click an instruction memory. There should be a magnifying glass like this. Just double click in the center of it. And it should bring you to the instruction memory. So in instruction memory, you're gonna right click and you're gonna click load image. You're gonna go to the folder where you saved your program.hex. Then you're gonna click on B2 raw, click OK. Then you're gonna click here, so that way we continue the simulation. Okay, if you cannot find this button over here, the red button or the green button, just make sure that if you're in design, just switch here to the tab that says simulate. Alrighty, so the way that you test it is, so you have a current instruction running. You're gonna check that your ALE control matches the table the first table from 4.1, and the control matches the first table of the second table of 4.1. And you want to make sure that based on the instruction that you have, so for example, I have ADDI x into x5, x0, x5, so pretty much x0 has 0, x5 has 5. I want to, let me take a look. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to load into, so into A, I'm gonna load 0 because that's my first value. Into B, I'm gonna load 5, which is my immediate. You also want to check that your immediate generator is producing the right immediate number. It's right, and if you look over here, my immediate number is 5, so it should be 5 in my immediate generator too. Now the register file is still, it's not gonna have written anything until we press something else. But now the next thing is that what if we want to advance to the next instruction? What we're gonna do, you go over here to simulate, you can click manual tick half cycle. Now I don't recommend you this because it's gonna be a little bit too much time consuming, so just press Ctrl T or Command T if you're in Mac. So if you take a look over here, it moves to the next instruction. Now, and if you look over here, the value is loaded of 5 is loaded into x5. Now, what exactly do you want to turn in? So you're gonna go to instruction memory. You're gonna Control T all the way, or in this case, you can just auto tick it with this, or click Control K, or Command K if you're in Mac. And here you can adjust to your frequency to be faster. I would recommend you to have it as 1 Hz, so that way it doesn't get out of control. 4 Hz at most. Now, what you actually want to turn in. So you want to turn in for each of the programs that you run in your simulated processor. You want to check the final status of the register file. So if you look over here, this is after doing the sorry. So if you use one register, for example, I don't know, ADDI X10 T0 T0 T2, and you want to check extend, if depending on which registers you use for in your function, you want to check them if they have the values that you want at the end of your program. Now, also, you want to check your data memory if you use anything like store word, store half, or store byte. Another thing that you want to use to check is the processor. Make sure that the address is the last, make sure that the value in the program counter is the same value as the last instruction available here. So for example, the address of my last instruction is 2, but I'm just going to be multiplying it by 4 just to check here. And if you look over here, so 2 times 4, 8. Alrighty. Now pretty much what you need to turn in is the program counter at the end, your data memory at the end, making sure that the numbers that you stored over here are there, and your register file at the end with all the registers that need to be filled, they're filled up.